when we arrived, there was a former branch president, 85 years old, who lived like 50 miles away from the church. And he hadn't been active. He'd nursed a couple of wives through illness and death. First wife was very active in the church. Second wife was Baptist and didn't have any use for the church, and he felt kind of marginalized during that time. So when we arrived, he wasn't active, and he had married a third very vivacious Baptist lady, and we made friends with them, and he started hosting family home evening just for us, and then started inviting more. And about every 3 weeks, we'd be at their house. She would feed us, and she was just super friendly and super open-armed. And he was a little protective of her and a little dubious about what would happen if she got interested. But she was interested. He could hardly hold her back. But bless both of their hearts, they're both very active now in the church. She's a member, and we just went back to Atlanta a couple of weeks ago to go to the temple with them, and she got her endowments, and she is the
counselor.
She's a counselor in the Relief Society, and is just a ball of fire for the branch, and just a wonderful lady. I would say if you put your finger on a reason that we were called to go to Murphy, it was those wonderful people, that wonderful couple. We love them dearly.
That was, I think, the main reason for you, especially, because you really connected with him, and he needed that. We met several people that, for me especially, there were several women that felt like I'd known them before. And they felt the same thing, and we feel like, oh, at last we found each other again. That we had had a loving relationship long ago. And so it was a wonderful blessing to know these dear people, and they are family to us. I miss them like family. We have one sister that had joined the church just a few months before we got there, and we were able to go to the temple with her. And as we grew closer and closer, she came one day and said, I am going to serve a mission, and you two are the reason I want to do what you're doing. And that just meant a great deal, that she could see that it was a wonderful experience, and she loved the gospel and the Lord, and she wanted to go and serve others too.
She's now working in the Atlanta temple, and
hoping for that she can turn in her papers soon. She ended up with family crises where they had to live with her, and she couldn't leave yet, but she's still working towards that mission.